TIFU by traumatizing my kitten for years. This happened in 2018. So, I never had a cat growing up. After being with my wife and her cat of 4 years, we decide I'll get my very first pet. We go to the local animal shelter and find our perfect Lily girl. A month in, we decide she needed a bath. I ask her, the car expert, how do you bathe a cat? Her response, just like you would a baby. Say less. I have nieces and nephews. I am also someone who took a bath. Baths are bathtubs filled with water and you plop the body in it. I fill the tub with water and get the shampoo and towels ready to lather and dry her. I grab Lily and drop her in the tub of water. Yes, just full on unlatched my fingers from beneath her like the dropping water slide at water parks. I proceed to stand there unsure of what to do as Lily flails and flops in the water. Manages to jump out and run around the bathroom. I wrap her up and question my wife on why it didn't work. She is bewildered at why her instructions failed and how I thought what I did was correct. It took 4 years, but she is finally able to get into an empty bathtub without skinning my arms. TLDR, I misunderstood how to give my first ever kitten a bath and threw her into a full tub of water. Edit. The tub was full to kitten standards, so it was only a few inches up. The human baby part was meant that human babies take literal baths in pools of water. Giving a kitten a bath is not that at all. I now know giving a kitten a bath means pouring a gentle flow of water to wet her and then massaging shampoo into and rinsing. So when I dropped her into the water, she freaked out. Edit 2. We had just got her. It's been a while so I don't recall the reason we bathed her, but I want to say it was because she urinated on herself and smelled like pee. Again. It was in 2018. I don't bath her every day or week or month like a human or even as regularly as our dogs. I said in one of the comments. But it's usually once a year if they start to smell really bad. Even when their coat gets kinda icky feeling like our dogs before their baths. I don't bathe them. We have been advised by vets and done our fair share of reading online articles. Your first mistake was asking a car expert how to wash a cat. I'm surprised power washers weren't brought up. But really though, if you think this is an even remotely acceptable way to bathe a baby, then I fear for the safety of any child that goes anywhere near you. The saying is, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Not throw the baby directly into the bathwater. I had to bathe my cat once. Because he had diarrhea as a kitten and managed to get it all over his paws and basically his whole body. Like he played in it. Kitten logic, I guess. Anyway, pet wipes weren't doing the job. He definitely needed to be shampooed. That one time was enough. I have scars now. Never again unless absolutely necessary. Luckily, you shouldn't really need to bathe a cat. Unless they go outdoors often and get really dirty. Or unless they have some kind of substance they shouldn't have gotten on their fur and shouldn't lick off or track around the house. Otherwise, it's more of a death sentence than it's worth. Plus it causes them a ridiculous amount of stress. They typically stay clean enough by licking. But that's my current issue. Their breath stinks. I have no clue how I'm supposed to brush their teeth because they won't even let me look inside their mouths. And they proceed to lick themselves with their stinky breath. Those dental chews don't help and neither does the water additive. This kinda turned into a rant, but if anyone has cat breath advice I'll try anything. Just like you would a baby. Proceeds to drop baby into a tub. You don't normally have to bath a cat. They take care of that on their own. One bathes a human baby in a small tub like a dishpan. At least they did back in my day. You don't bath cats M8, mine is an indoor cat 7 years, and 0 baths, she's so clean. Just as an FYI, both from a cat owner and a parent. You usually don't bathe a cat unless it's gotten filthy. Like stuff stuck in their fur. For babies it greatly depends on their development. A newborn can't hold themselves up at all, so you have a baby bathtub with a cot in it that the baby lays in and you gently pour water over them as you bathe them. For older babies that can sit up, you take the cot out, or you can put a few inches of water in a bathtub, but it's still a lot of gently pouring water down their backs and chests while you scrub them. Heck, they even make these little cups with handles and a soft silicone front so you can gently press the silicone piece against a baby's forehead and then pour the water over their head. It keeps the water from going in their faces so they don't accidentally inhale it or freak out. That way you can wash and rinse their hair easily. Well, look, we all make mistakes, and she chose not to murder you for yours. Win-win. I have had cats for 40 years and I have never washed any of them unless they got something on them that I would be worried about them licking off. And even then, never a full-on bath. As long as they don't have fleas and/or ticks, or some kind of skin condition, there's zero reason to bathe them. Cats can groom themselves. You're not supposed to regularly bathe cats. You should only do it if they need it, e.g. following diarrhea or rolling into something sticky. Regularly bathing them is a pretty idiotic thing to do. You think you give babies a bath by dropping them in the water from height? Really? So they can hit their heads or hurt their legs and drown because you aren't holding on to them? Do you jump up and plop yourself down into the bathtub, splashing water everywhere and bruising your ass? Very hard to believe you thought it was fine to just drop a cat into a bathtub. People really don't have a good understanding of bathing cats. It's actually a good idea to get them accustomed to baths starting young. Obviously not all the time, as they are pretty good at keeping themselves clean. But especially for long-hair cats who often find themselves unable to properly groom when they get old. It's much easier to keep them clean if they've had a couple baths over their lifetime and aren't afraid of the water. I've bathed countless foster kittens by filling a tub with 12 inches of water and plopping them in it, then using that to wash them. None of them liked it, but none of them really freaked out either. As long as it's pleasantly warm and nowhere near up to their height, it's fine. Call me crazy, but I have had cats for decades and have never given one a bath. In fact, the cats are the only self-cleaning thing in my home. Also, trim nails first, wear a hoodie if your cat's a dick. Stubby cat nails still hurt. Probably just bathe in the kitchen sink. If they're used to baths, they'll be fine. More like TIFU by expecting Reddit to not jump all over me for a good TIFU involving a kitten bath. Sorry op. Good story, and I totally support cat baths when needed. For what it's worth, not everyone is completely educated on here about cat baths and have a bias against every OP's ability to not be an animal abuser or have common sense tears of joy. Just wanted to say that Lily is a really cute name. I'm just curious, do folk regularly bathe their cats? We have had a few cats over the past 3 decades and never needed to bathe any of them. Cats are masters of keeping themselves squeaky clean. The closest we get to bathing is treating for fleas and ticks. Yeah, I know you think this is cute or funny or whatever, but it's just ignorant and borderline animal abuse.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. ItsTheQuangster is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.